Hello, hello, hello to Krista's Creative Chaos. This is Krista, and this is video 2 with the floral beautimus stuff. Yes, I make up words. We're going to make a fall version, and we are going to see how that turns out with a different flower from the garden. Well, it's actually from a vase in my house that had dead flowers in it that I was going to replace with fresh flowers. Then I was going to pick fresh flowers and do this experiment with them, but I loved how the one with the dead flowers turned out so much that we're just going to use those. Because if you watch the first video, go find the video. I'm wearing a black shirt that says love is the answer. Go find that video. It should be just before this one, and you might want to watch that one first, because this one I'm just going to jump in. This one I'm actually going to do the project in a junk journal. Now this is it's an art journal. It's a sketchbook. This is an Artist Loft sketchbook. It's a mixed media sketchbook. I keep meaning to start one, and so this is all I've got in here so far, and that's my front page for me to do a title and things on. That was a happy accident that happened. I was taking my jelly plate and just putting the extra paint on there one day, and it happened to be in the beginning of this book, and then I decided this would be my just my little art journal, and I haven't started it. So this is going to be the project that's going to get me to start it. I made this beautiful thing by Tony Burt. She was the instructor. I made this. I'm just gonna tape this in, glue it in, tape it into my art journal. This was from Kaleidoscope 2024, which is still going on right now. You can still get in on that. August has already happened, but when you sign up, that's from a taster session, you guys. If you don't know about Kaleidoscope, if you don't know, there's a new one called Something About Light. I bought it. It doesn't start until later this year. I didn't even need to see a taster session, but they're going to have a week of free taster sessions coming in September. I will drop the link down below. You should check it out. The taster sessions alone, even if you don't have money to buy classes, you guys, oh my gosh, it will expand your artistic skills so much. So many amazing people, amazing taster sessions. It's free. It's to give you a glimpse of what the class is going to be about. But this one is going to be teaching you about light and perspective of light, which is really hard for a lot of people to understand. I have a basic understanding from the art classes and instruction I've taken and taught myself, but I figured it'd be great to learn from other people as well, because you can always get better. So anyway, so I'm going to do in this book my very first spread using the floral. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tip this down. I am filming this differently so that hopefully when I go to my project, you guys will still be able to hear well. So a lot of times, you guys, I just take grocery bags. I try to get paper ones sometimes so that I can just break them down, and then I use this for behind my projects. And then, believe it or not, once these are all beautiful with excess paint and stuff from projects, let me find one that I love. Like this one. This was a paper bag, different type of paper bag, but I will use these for collage materials. So I love to give you tips and tricks on how to use things that a lot of people wouldn't even think to save. They would just throw it away. Like here's one that's got a whole lot on it. This was an Amazon package. But I mean, it's going to be gorgeous. So, and then I usually tape one of these down onto my surface. I'll show you the one that's on here right now. That one was on there, and it was getting pretty full. So let's see. Let's get you guys down here. Hopefully you can hear me better since I have the mic in a different place. So this is what's happening on this surface now. I feel like I need to have you guys in a dip. There we go. That's better. Okay. So this is what's happening on my surface now. And so this one will end up being collage papers later. This was a kind of like a piece of tissue that I was using underneath something I was using a stencil on. I always off stencil my paint and extra paint and things onto these papers, knowing that I'm going to use them later for collage papers. So that is a great little tip for you guys. If you don't like to just sit there and create collage papers in one sitting, some people love it. This is a great way to just create them on the fly as you're doing other things. And I always love it too, because it always then reminds me when I finally tear these up or cut them up for a project, of the projects that made up this. So it has its own story. So I've already squirted different fall colors. We're going to do, this one's going to be a fall palette. So this one has, in case you, if you do want to recreate, this is burnt sienna from Artist Loft. Oh, I forgot. I always forget. Please, please, please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe so that we can go live, because I really want to get to know you guys. And we can do that when I'm live, because you can comment and we can talk back and forth and all of that. This one is Carmine. That's in Amsterdam. This one is Copper, and it's in Amsterdam. This one is Yellow Ochre. It's an Artist Loft. This one is Deep Gold, and it's in Amsterdam. My Amsterdams are pretty old, so hopefully they still have those. This is a Craft Smart Spanish Olive. Then I also pulled, what other paints did I put in here? I pulled some from what I call my junky paints. This one is on, no, it's not that one. It's this one. Arbor Green is a Craft Smart. And, oh, and then I used this because I thought this would be fun to try. It's a glitter acrylic, and it has gold glitter. So it's going to look cloudy when it goes on, but it dries clear. So I thought we'd try putting some glitter in this one, because my opinion is glitter makes everything better. As long as it's not the kind of glitter that goes everywhere. So, you've seen me, if you've watched any of the videos on my channel, you've seen me use glitter before. You've seen me use gold foiling. I love all things sparkly. Sorry, I was looking over there. I forgot I put the project there. Okay, let me grab the background we're going to put down. Let me get this back over here drying underneath this light. And then when I'm done with this, you guys, if you didn't see the other video, I will be, when I'm done with it, I will, once it's dry, I will dry it. Then I'm going to put gel medium over the top, paint gel medium over the top, which is like it will seal it. It can also be used as glue for collage. Gel medium is just good for all sorts of things. So I'm going to do that with the projects, and that will be a separate video. I will make one showing me doing the gel medium, and they'll just be real short ones, and then I'll make one showing a finished product. So those just might be little, 30-second to 5-minute videos. So be watching for those. They'll be coming soon as this is all dry and I finish it up. I promise that I'm going to do it today. I'm not going to wait weeks. I know, crazy. Okay, so Krista's Creative Chaos, like and subscribe. Let's get going on this project. I think I'm going to use this paper underneath. So because I know I'm using these things for collage later, a lot of times I will look at the colors on something, not always, and I will think, oh, these colors would look fantastic on this. So when I make a mess, so I'm going to put this one down here. Let me get you guys back to where you can see. So, okay. So hopefully the microphone being right here, you'll be able to hear me much better on this video. Please let me know if it is better sound. Okay. And then we're going to do this. Okie doke. Let's get going. So I took flowers, like I said, that were dying in a vase. I was going to just throw them away, and then I thought, wait a minute. I wonder what these would look like on here. Now for this one, in the previous video, I just used a flower about this size, but I'm going to use these 2 flowers. I might even use this one that's just a partial. And if you saw the other video, you saw that the more paint and things I get on these, the better. These ones are already starting to fall apart. So this one's real dry. So we'll just have to see how this is going to turn out. This is obviously going to be a little different than last time. I think I got to get my paint heavier and go a little softer to make this not fall apart completely. And I'm using a lot of metallic paints in this, and I'm using glitter in this, and I'm not cleaning my brush in between putting it on the paint colors, because I want that look of just melded gorgeousness. And these are kind of more fall colors. And if you saw my other video, you'll see that as the paint goes on, and normally you wouldn't have green in flowers, but I want green in this because it's just what I want for my flowers. So I just want little touches of it. So I'm going to kind of cover it up a little bit. And I am using the plastic palette purposefully on this one because I want to be able to pick up the extra paint. I will make a video at some point to show you what I do with those. I keep them, and then I use them in my art. So watch for a video on that too. I keep everything, you guys. I really love this petal stuck beautifully. So I'm really not going to see a lot of paint on that one, but that's okay. As the top petals come off, these bottom ones will work. So let's see here. Really like these reds in here. Comment, let me know what you're thinking. This one's going to have a little bit of glitter in it. Now I am going to use the 2 different size flowers. So I want to kind of spread these out because I want to use this big one. This big one's going to come in here and it's going to go here. Okay. And I got to put some more paint on here. Some gold in the middle. I forgot to do that on the last one. And no, this is not pretty. This is not, you see how messy I'm making this? I'm doing this on purpose, you guys. Some of you might want your flowers to look a little more, I don't know, perfect. I don't. I like the big mess. Oh, I love that those flowers stuck. Now I'm going to take these that did this before and we're going to stick these in this flower. Why? Just because this flower is the one that I think will look good with it. And if you watch my other video, you can kind of see how we ended up doing this with the blossoms. It just kind of happened. It wasn't planned. I love happy accidents. Now this had yellow on it. I'm going to put yellow in the middle. I'm going to take some of this glitter. I'm going to make sure that that glitter centers. I want glitter in my centers. And I want some more yellow in the center. So when that dries, you'll be able to see the glitter. You can't see it yet. I don't normally use water. I haven't been using water on these because I don't want the flowers to fall apart. But I used water there just because it happened to be cleaning that brush, because in the middle of me making the 2 videos, it would have dried too much. It would have, my brush would have been ruined. So, and you guys, this is like one of my favorite brushes to do this kind of stuff with. Most people would throw this away because look at, there's like hardly any bristles left on this brush. It is the best for these kind of projects. I don't have to worry about ruining it. And it seems like the worse shape it gets in, the better it does for this stuff. So always consider keeping a batch of those kinds of brushes somewhere. Now, if I leave this down for too long, it's going to leave more petals like this over here. So, and that is what I want on this one. I want it to pull a lot of them, so I'm going to let it sit there for a second. And then I pull up slow, and then, oh, see, some of them stuck. Now I'm going to take some of these apart and put them next to it. Whoops, that one fell the wrong way. Yeah, I knew I had some more yellow ones over here. I'm kind of curious over time if these flowers will stay this yellow color or not, or if they will turn brown, because they are going to be kind of encapsulated in the gel medium and the paint. So again, I'm all about experimentation, so I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but I guess if you're doing this project with me, you will find out just like I will find out. And then I want to put probably one more of these down here. And then I'll go to the bigger flower. And then I'm going to put a center in here. Okay. Ooh, that tore off a lot of them. That's nice. Okay, well, we're just going to leave this like this. This one is not even on the page anymore, so we're going to put this one over here maybe. I'm going to do this one again with the paint that was left over. I just wanted to fill it out a little more, and I'm hoping some of these blossoms will come off on that one, so we'll see. I could hold my finger down on it too. See, like I did that. If I could just hold my finger, then they're gonna stay that way too. Just thought of that would be a good way to do it. It's all a process. It's creating as you go. It's learning as you go. I know it looks like a mess right now. It will be beautiful when we're done. Well, when it dries and it's all gel medium, it will be beautiful. It's still going to be a mess for a bit. That's okay though. I think I want some gold in the center of this one. Actual gold. And I like my projects to have lots of texture. So if you see how I'm putting it on real gloppy, that's why. I like that gloppy. I don't like my things to lay flat. I want them to have all sorts of depth and texture and yumminess. You know, I have to ask myself, I don't think I want petals on this one. I want that one to just be like that. Which, you know, I kind of need one more that doesn't have petals, don't I? So how am I going to do that? I'm going to take this other flower and we're going to glop it up. Or maybe I'll have to go back and put petals on that one because I don't know if this one is even going to not do it, if that makes sense. Let's see. I don't see that pulled petals too. I think I'm going to have to put petals on all of these, you guys. So I'm going to put petals on all of them. I think I'm just going to give into it. Sometimes you have to let the art tell you what it wants. And I feel like this one wants petals on all of them. Because it's not wanting to let them go. So when I put this next flower on here, it ought to be interesting because I'm going to pull some of these off. And the paint will hold it down, like I said. Now, if you don't like texture in your art, you could lay them flat. You could opt out of doing the petals, you know. I really wish I could see you guys, what you're thinking, like your comments, like. So like and subscribe, you guys. Like and subscribe. I always forget to tell people that, so I have to remind myself to say that so that we can get, so I can start seeing what you're thinking as we're doing this. I just love the interaction. I love getting to know people who like what I do. I love hearing your opinions. Because sometimes, you know, when you're doing live, so I used to do a lot of Facebook Live. I used to have a women's boutique and I did Facebook Lives, and I just love hearing people's ideas for styling and different things like that. But I no longer do that, but I just, same thing though. I'm like, oh, I bet people have the best ideas and I would love to hear them. So even though I can't hear them live, put them in the comments so I will see them and I will reply. Okay, so that's going to be that. These need to be pushed down a little bit better over here because these are piled on. Do you see how they're really thick right there? So kind of have to. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to do this flower. Now this flower is going to need to look different than these, right? So I'm going to need to use different colors on this one. Oops. Okay. This is like a sienna. I think I'm going to make these ones more bright red on top. I'm going to need more of this yellow. This is probably one of those projects I should have wore a crafting apron for, but I did not. So these ones I'm not wanting to do that. Not wanting the blossoms on these as much. So I'm just mostly going to push it down and pull it up. Oh, that one got blossoms. Oh well, we'll see. Let's see what happens. I really think so far I'm liking the way that the purple and the pink one that I did before in my other video. I'm kind of liking how that one turned out better than the fall colors. Maybe that's just because it's only the beginning of September yet now and I'm not into fall colors yet. Fall is normally my favorite season. Since we've had this cabin, summer has been becoming one of my favorite seasons, which is interesting because it never was before, which is funny because my birthday's in the summer and you would think that I would love it more because of that, but I live in the Northwest and we don't really have summers that are like to write home about. I mean, it's beautiful when it's blue skies here, but the summers themselves are kind of like, eh. I don't know, you guys. What do you think? Do we leave these purple ones? Maybe I leave them. I think with this one, my guess is with this one, I'm already thinking about it, is when it's done, before I gel medium it, I think I'm going to be bringing watercolors in the middle of this to bring in some other colors. That's where I'm guessing this one's going to go. So make sure you tune in for the finished product of this one. Now this isn't a junk journal, so this one, or an art journal, so this one is not going to be cut up, so I don't need to worry about my white spaces so much. I think that what I'm actually going to do is, like I said, with those white spaces, I think I'm going to watercolor in those to make it a little just different than the last one. So yeah, definitely check out that video because it looks completely different than this one. Make sure you check back to see what I end up doing with the watercoloring and then gel medium over the top of that. And that ought to be interesting in itself because I don't even know if I can do that. We're going to find out. We're going to experiment. Imagine that. Krista's Creative Chaos. It's called this for a reason because I don't like to pre-plan. I don't like to make a project, then do a video showing the project. It's like, ugh, no, that's not my idea of fun. So yeah, let's see. Let's get this out from underneath and then that will help. Oh, you guys, it looks much better without that crazy piece of paper underneath there. Okay, let me tilt this up so you can see it. So it's looking like this right now. I'm really enjoying it, how it's looking. So I'm going to put some of these here. I want to finish this one out. I didn't want these on here originally, but at this point, I don't think it needs it. And then, let's see. Let's pluck some off of here. Yeah, this one's got a lot of petals on it, so kind of like how it's bringing that purple in though. Ooh, that would be a really pretty for the watercolor that I'm thinking, you guys, is to put a deep purple in here. Maybe deep purples and greens. Ooh, that's gonna be an experiment itself. What colors do you guys think I should bring in with watercolor? Let me know, and probably get some good ideas from you guys. And then, oh, I need some more paint there. Hold that one. And I think we need one more that's really gloppy. Okay. Maybe some deep purples. I was thinking olive green, but now I'm thinking maybe olive green and purples. I don't know. What do you guys think? Really, comment, let me know. This one's in the wrong place. I need to put some centers into these flowers here. Okay, let's do this now. Don't want that. I want gold. And then I'll show you guys when this paint palette dries. Let me push this way so you guys can see this paint palette. When this paint palette dries, I'm really excited to show you guys what I do with them. And you can use this dried paint for art itself. I'll show you. I'm not going to show you now. I'll show you in a different video because it needs to dry. Because I want you to see it from one that you've seen where this is the big sloppy mess that it looks like, right? So now we're going to give these flowers some centers. Now this is why I have this underneath here. And I'm proceeding to paint my pages underneath, which I don't want to do. And I want to tap it like that because I want the centers to have that look, like, you know, texture in the middle. So this one I'm doing the middle is a little bit different than I did on that one flower is kind of, it looks so different than the rest of them, which, you know, different can be good. Just depends on if I'm okay with it. Trying to decide, do I want to mess with that flower or not? This is for a different video. Let's see. I think I need to mess with it, you guys. What do you think? I feel like I need to mess with it. I feel the need. And if you want to leave your paint on here pretty thick if you want to be able to do the fun thing that I'm going to show you. So I feel like we need that there. In the other video, I was showing you guys to kind of do your blossoms in triangles, you know, where you just kind of leave them so it moves the eye. So this is, if you notice, since every one of them has blossoms on it, it's harder for the eye to move. But they bring in the watercolor, I'm going to make sure the watercolor has a lot of movement in it, so that that should help the eye moving. Oh, this turned out really good. I did like the red that was showing before, so I don't want to cover it all up. But let's see. I feel like if I push these down, they'll stay. Nope. Well, I might just have to pluck these ones out. And I will cut off the edges of the paper. Okay. Oh good, that one I knew if I left it on long enough it would seal some of those down. Good. Now, so a lot of people would then throw these in the garbage, right? I am not throwing mine in the garbage. Why? Because I don't know what they're going to dry like. I may love how these dried petals look with the paint on them, and I may want to use them in a different project. So I don't know. I don't even know if they'll be usable. But I'm going to keep these, and I'm going to stick them. I'll show you. Stick them in here. There's no water in this. This is just so that they'll dry. And it's a kind of a fun little thing to have in my art studio, honestly, because it's very artistic looking. I'll take a picture of that and I'll post that on my Instagram. Instagram is Krista's Creative Chaos. So would love to have you following me over there. I put different things over there than I put over here. I'm really bad about Instagram right now though, so I need to get better at it. I think the more followers I have, then I will feel like a duty, a duty to post for you guys. Yeah. So if you think about it, if you have an Instagram, go over there, follow me over there, and then I will start to post more, I promise, because I have tons of stuff that I need to post that the pictures of, I just haven't made the posts. So you'll be seeing a lot of uploads there in the near future. Like I said, different things than here on my YouTube channel. So, okay, there we go. I'm going to show you. I'm going to take these papers out from underneath. And then I will, so that's how that turned out. Oh, look at it, kind of goes with my shirt. So once that dries, I'm going to gel medium over it. I'll make a video showing me gel mediuming this one and the previous one that I showed you at the beginning of the video. And then I will be cutting that one up into artist trading cards. And that'll probably be, it'll be 2 short videos. So if you want to see a sneak peek for a different video that's coming, so make sure you like and subscribe, you guys, so you can get to see these. I'm going to show how I made these. I'm going to show how I made these backgrounds, which I use for all sorts of artist trading cards. They're great for card backgrounds. So I'm going to be making a video showing that. It's super easy once you know how to do it. I'm just excited to teach you. Excited to experiment, excited to hear your guys' comments. The more comments you leave, the better I get to know you, and then I get to shout you out during the videos, which is always fun. So if anybody wants to swap artist trading cards with me, send me an email to sales, S-A-L-E-S, Smith, smith@gmail.com, and send me a picture of a couple of your artist trading cards, and I'll send you my address, and you can send it to me and throw a stamp in there, and then I will send you an artist trading card back. Have a good day.